right there.
Get your sticks where you can get to them.
And then, do you know how you're gonna do? How you're gonna do it for the performance? Are you gonna tuck them under your leg? Are you gonna tuck them under your arm? Are you gonna have a stick holder? What are you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna do a stick holder.
Okay.
Like a bigger one though, like taller and skinnier.
Okay. Do
So
you have one, or do you guys need to borrow mine?
I don't know.
I
I'll have to look.
Alright.
I'll just do this. I'll take these, put them over here.
Yeah. For the sake of recording, sometimes when I have to go back and switch over to sticks really fast, if I know I don't need the brushes for the rest of the song, I'll just straight grab them on the floor. I think when you guys came out and saw me playing in that jazz show, there was one switch that was so fast I didn't have time to set them down, so I literally dropped them, picked up my sticks, and went because I didn't need to pull them back out.
I think that's what he'll end up
The
doing.
brush is the first soft part, because the second one I'd have to go like.
Yeah, he figured out something to do in this last practice run. Where are your sticks, Bubba? So you know.
Right.
Okay.
Because I recently, we had a jazz festival with the high school, and we got Tyler Hammond, the guy from The Grape that we saw the other day.
Mm-hmm.
He showed up, and during those really slow sections, he would use his hands on the, or not slow, soft. He was playing really, really soft. He would use his hands on the drums, and it's a neat effect when you're watching it. Like, people don't kind of expect you to do that, so you pull that out during Rachel's songs. I saw you do it a little bit last time. I don't know if that's still what you're doing, but
No.
I think it is neat if you wanted to try it, but I haven't seen what you have instead. But I myself, I'll probably incorporate that a little bit more. I don't know how soft my gigs are gonna be from now on, depending on what kind of band picks me up. But right now, all my focus is on this teaching, student teaching stuff. So we'll see where I end up. All right, ready? But I like the idea. I like the visual of it. And when you've played enough hand percussion, the technique is kind of the same.
Let's
All
do
right.
this.
Here we go. So, what do you think of your volume on all three songs? First one, what do you think?
A little lower.
What about the second one?
A little bit higher, kind of medium under.
Okay, third one?
This one, medium to medium forte.
Yeah,
Mezzo forte.
I would say there were a couple times in this one where you pushed probably about as loud as Rachel would like you to go. So there was never a time where I was like, whoa, bring it way down like we've done in the past. But you started to push it. So I think gradually over time, as you became a little more relaxed and you became a little more comfortable, you started to get louder. And the reason I bring that up is because that's a very common trend. So if the sound guy comes up at, the break in between sets, says, hey man, you're crushing, I need you to come down a little bit. Like this house can't handle that kind of volume. And you go, oh, okay, no problem, man, no problem. And you start up your new set, and your first song is really good, it's really controlled, and then you start to get more comfortable, so the second one gets a little bit louder, and then it gets a little bit louder, and then it gets a little bit louder, and then by the end of it, you're right back to where you were. So you're conscientious of it because he just told you, but then over time, you get comfortable and you lose control of that volume. So all that to say, I just remember to keep it at the front of your brain. Think about your volume the whole time you're playing.
I was thinking about what, to end it on though.
Yeah, and if it's the last 3 or 4 notes, then sure. Yeah, you get really big and then, we're done. That's okay. But to hang out at a bit, especially when you're riding on a crash cymbal, that's probably the most dangerous time to relax and stop thinking about your volume because you're going to accidentally get too loud here, which means the balance is going to feel off. So then in order to compensate for that, what's going to happen? You're going to start slamming these rim shots. And so, ba, 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 and then now all of a sudden your volume is too big. Okay? But ultimately, it's good. I think it feels to me like you kind of have a soft and a medium. I think it would be cool if you had other varying levels of dynamics. When you have that do-do-ga. Right now, I think we kind of have one volume for that. I mean, I guess you could say the brushes are another volume below that. But I'm just talking about because you only switch back and forth between one of 2 different groups. So to have a little bit more dynamic contrast in there could be fun. Could make it feel a little less boring, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But it is kind of I might sound biased, but it's kind of a boring song. So not a lot you can do about that. It's gonna be kind of up to the singer to keep that one interesting, I think.
Yes. Definitely.
But you definitely aren't plowing over the band, especially in that one when it would be very easy for you to.
In the middle?
No, I'm talking about that one in particular. Yeah. It'd be very easy for you to just plow over the rest of the band because everything is so simple and so light. If you even just a couple, it's like, okay.
Just to keep it not boring and interesting.
And that's why I think a little pop every once in a while is kind of neat, some big fancy thing that you do, and then you go right back to So as long as you don't overuse it, because then you look like you're showboating because you're bored. But it is nice to just throw in a dash of flavor once, maybe twice in the song. But as soon as you start to get to 3 or 4 or 5, now it's going to be too much, and they're going to tell you to back off. But you pick one moment to okay, here's going to be my one big fill. And then you go right back to it. That's always really cool.
Everybody's going to be like, woo!
So I think this is the happiest I've been with all 3 of these songs. I think you're pretty much good. I don't think we really need to go over them in here unless you have anything that you want to work on specifically. Scott, you got anything?
Just the slowdown, but he's been trying to work on that one.
Mm-hmm.
We're working on that in the music class. Retardando.
Mm-hmm.
It was on the music test. I'm like,
good.
Whoa.
Yep. And when you see that on the music sheet, what does it look like? Do you know? Or do you just know the word?
RIT dots.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're right. So you have a retardando when you see R in all lowercase, RIT with a little dot. That's how you know.
Dad would not write that. He would do capital R, capital I, capital T.
I'm just saying how you see it in standard music notation.
Because I write in all caps, yes.
It's just...
My dad does too. I think it's a dad thing. I gotta start practicing for when I'm a dad someday. I gotta switch to caps.
Same. Well,
You got lots of time.
Yeah, you got plenty of time,
He
actually.
just connects all of them, which is weird. I can't.
It's
even-
efficient, is what it is. that's
Fast.
that's
And it's not
about
neat.
the efficiency and less about being pretty.
It looks like bar, like the bar of
Well, it does say
a
bar, doesn't it?
restaurant. A restaurant bar.
Well,
Same
it's a
spelling.
music bar. So how you interpret bar is up to you, but
It's a big monkey bar.
a monkey bar. Okay. Before we go away from those, are you content? Are you happy with what? In other words, do you have any questions? Do you have anything that you'd like to go over with me here? Hey, I wanted to try this. Can you tell me how it sounds? Hey, I wasn't sure about this
I
part.
think I'm good.
I think you are too. I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Good.
I want to revisit something that we did a long time ago, but now that you're more proficient as a player, I think we could get some more mileage out of this.